Thank you. It's a great battle. It's been a great year for our league. I think a lot of teams in our league have really certainly improved. Obviously, the one we played today has, but they're kind of fitting in the way that it came down. It was a heavy-hitting game, very physical, a lot like the first game was as far as the physicality. I'm proud of our guys, man. These are hard to win. We just brought up in our team meeting there. I mean, we've got several fifth-year seniors that are going to leave here with 5 rings on their finger, man, and the majority of college football players leave and never have one true championship ring. And so it's been an awesome run. Today's certainly about this group and this team, and we found a lot of ways to win football games. We certainly did it today. Their defense was fantastic, like they've been the majority of this season. Big key stops. We were very dominant up front, got constant pressure on whoever was playing quarterback for them as the day unfolded. So yeah, I'm proud of this team, man. These are hard. You got to appreciate them. A lot of credit to Matt Rule, his staff, that football team over there. We've got a ton of respect for them, the way they play. They've obviously done a tremendous job and was very difficult. Beating them twice, trust me. Each one of them was really, really hard. So very, very good football team over there that deserves a ton of credit.
Okay, we're going to start on the second row on the left-hand side. Name and affiliation, please.
Yeah, Barry Trammell with the Oklahoma and Lincoln. It's 4th and 3, about the 47 or so. 2 minutes left, minute and a half, whatever it was. You decided not to go for it. You went punt. What was the reasoning behind deciding to punt there and not go for it?
It was close. I went back and forth, honestly, in my mind a few times. I felt like in the second half we'd start to open up and move the ball well. So I was kind of confident if it got to an overtime period that we would have a chance to score and then be able to score. And then how could you not be confident with the way our defense was playing? And, yeah, we did a great job pinning them down in there, really made it impossible for them to do anything but run clock off. So just confidence in our guys, both sides of the ball.
Question on the right side. We'll move around. We got you.
James Hale, Sports Talk 1400 The Ref. Lincoln, can you talk about how far your defense has come, the tenacious way they played, and then the hustle? Trey Brown runs down the wide receiver. Instead of giving up a touchdown, you give up a field goal. Redmond, who didn't play last week, comes up with huge sacks late. Could you talk about some of those things?
I mean, that's our speed D. That's what we are. It's Coach Grinch said it from day one, and it's spot on. We're an effort-based defense, and to see us make one of the key plays of the game on just great effort by Trey running them down, and then the defensive line again, they were relentless all day, and that's the way you got to play. And our guys have bought in. We've done it early in its kind of time here in key moments in games, and we've just gotten better and better as it's went on. So I couldn't be happier with our defense, the way those guys have played with so much new. Again, we knew it could be done here, and our guys believed it, our coaches believed it, and we've got a pretty good defense here.
Question about the third row on the aisle. Put your hand up so we'll know. Thank you.
Joe Bettner, Norman Transcript. Lincoln, you mentioned the guys that have been a part of this team for a long time, Nick Basquin being one of them. Could you talk about what he means to this team, as well as getting a touchdown on this stage, it being his first of the year as well?
Yeah, he's got a well-documented journey here. He's kind of symbolic of this team in a lot of ways. We've got guys in there that just continue to kind of fight, regardless of what happens. And he's done that in his career. He's done that for this team. He's been a great leader, teammate. I know Jalen had a lot of confidence in him, and the big third down throw was a just tremendous play by both those guys, and fitting that Nick would have one of the touchdowns in this game.
We had a question on the front right side.
Yeah, Lincoln, John Hoover, The Sporting News. Could you describe how you maybe adapted to or rolled with their pressures that they were creating, their quarterback pressures in the first half, how you guys were able to kind of solve that? And then a question follow-up for Jalen. How did that pressure and the changes that you guys had to adapt to, how did that affect what you were trying to do?
Yeah, I mean, we had a few things there at half. There's a couple things schematically we needed to do better. They've got a couple pretty good defensive linemen. And they beat us some in the first half, and then a couple of things that I did that didn't put our guys in very good position in the first half. So we came in, we said, look, this is what we're going to do to fix it. I got to be better putting you guys in the right position, and then you guys got to be better winning your individual battles. And yeah, we did a much better job there in the second half.
Question on the front, right? Go ahead.
Dean Blevins, News 9 Sports. Lincoln, not unlike the first game, this is a game that looked like you totally had in control, and here they come there at the end. Was there anything that you had to tell the group in keeping from freaking out there toward the end because of the way it changed, or was it just something that discipline creates throughout all the time with them?
No, I think that's fair to say. I mean, we've got a mentally tough football team now. That just because you've been mentally tough doesn't mean you're going to this moment. You still have to do it. And we brought the guys right up as we went to overtime, and I told them this was fitting. This is the way we started fall camp was red zone work, and 3 straight days of it. And it's fitting that start fall camp and then finish the regular season championship game with kind of that overtime period. And they stuck to it. They did. They absolutely stuck to it. And so, we had to be very mentally tough again, and this group proved again that it is.
My apologies, Jalen. You didn't get a chance to answer your question a moment ago from John. Do you remember what the question was?
No, sir.
John, ask you the question.
I was just listening to what Coach was saying, and I'm just thinking, listening to it, and, people act like it's supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to be easy. Winning championships is hard. I mean, Coach Riley talked about that every day, every practice when I got here, emphasized it all the time. So we talk about these situations in the game where we may have momentum or we may not. Regardless, it's not supposed to be easy. We expect it to be that way. And, the mental toughness of this team and how we go about our business every day, just putting the emphasis on focus, energy, passion, kind of the monumental aspects of our team right now. I mean, we embrace it all and we attack.
John, did that answer your question enough? Okay. All right. Now we got a question on the front.
That probably answered a lot of questions.
Whoops, can you hear me? Jalen, this is going to be your if you guys get there, this is going to be your 4th playoff. Could you describe the difference between the roads to get there? You played everybody in the league in this league. You play Baylor twice. SEC is a different animal. Can you just, compare the 2 roads?
Well, there's a narrative out there that the SEC is a different animal, but the Big 12 is tough. Has really good teams. Baylor, they're a really good team, very physical team. I got a lot of respect for them, so we're going to enjoy it and, just enjoy it.
Okay, we got a question against the wall here. We've lost our mic. She's coming. And then we'll go back to the platform.
Jenny Carlson with the Oklahoma and Lincoln. Obviously, your work is done, but the weekend is far from over with the selection still to come. When the committee looks at your resume, what do you hope that they are looking at most as it relates to your team and what you've done this year?
It's amazing how many times you can get asked the same question different ways. I hope they see the Big 12 champions, and they've got a job to do. I get that. We've had a job to do as a team, which was continue to prove through the year, trust the things that we could, and then ultimately win a Big 12 championship. We've done that. We'll see whatever road it takes us on, but whichever one it is, we'll be ready.
We got a question on the platform. So whoever's asking the question, put your hand up, please.
Hi, Isabella Radovan with KCWX. This is for Jalen. Congratulations on the win. And just with all the challenges that you've overcome, what does this win mean to you personally?
This is not about me. Talk about me another time. How about these guys up here? 2 defensive leaders stepping in, playing well, getting it done for us. CD Lamb coming back after everybody thinks he's gone or something, and he's a dog. We got great players on this team. We got great coaching. And I'm blessed to be where my feet are. I say it all the time. I'm truly blessed to be with these guys. Coach Riley said it on senior night or going to practice one of those days. He said 3 years ago, if you ever thought your senior night would be at Oklahoma, you thought I'd be, kidding. I said, yeah, I never would have, you know. And I told Coach Grinch after this game just how crazy it is. If I would have ever thought as a true freshman starting for Coach Saban, winning the SC championship, going to a national championship, that I would be a Big 12 championship, be a Big 12 champion with the Oklahoma Sooners in 3 years. I thought he was lying too. But God works in mysterious ways.